Hello coffee beans. This is agricultural machinery.
B.
Backfurrow. A ridge formed by a plow when soil is moved together or on top of undistributed soil. Raised ridge left at the center of the strip of land. When plowing is started from center to side. Backhoe. An excavator that pulls a bucket mounted on an arm toward the power unit to lift and carry spoil to the side of the trench or excavation. Backlash. The tooth space minus the tooth thickness of a gear. Ballast. Mass that can be added or removed for the purpose of changing total load distribution. Ball bearing. A bearing using steel balls as its rolling element between the inner and outer ring or race. Band saw. Is a power tool with saw teeth on a continuous blade or band. It can cut different materials in a straight or curved line. Bands on disc opener. Exchangeable bands on one or both sides of coulter and single or double disc blade furrow openers. Base plane. Datum elevation for horizontal shaft pumps. The distance from the level of water source to the center line of the pump shaft. Basket roller. A wide cylindrical wheel unit of various dimensions with an open grid pattern at the circumference formed by various arrangements of straight or curved rods or bars for clod pulverization and firming or smoothing loosed soil in the row area. Batch. Quantity of fuel from which samples are drawn for the engine test. Beacon. An amber oscillating or rotating warning lamp. Commonly located on operator cabs of heavy equipment. Bearing. The contacting surface on which a revolving part rests. Bearing clearance. The distance between the shaft and the bearing surface. Bedder ridger. A primary tillage implement or a secondary tillage implement for seedbed forming. They are either moldboard lister bottoms which simultaneously throw soil in the both right-hand and left-hand directions or short disc gangs with two or more discs of equal or varying diameters. Bedding. Tillage which forms a ridge and furrow soil configuration. Bed seeding. A method of seeding in which two or more rows are planted on an elevated level bed. Beds are separated by furrows or ditches. Bed shaper. A soil handling implement which forms uniform ridges of soil to predetermined shapes. Belt. The plies of cord material under the tread area of a tire having the cords nearly parallel to the center line of the tire. Belt length. The length of belt at the level of its pitch. Belt pitch. The region of the belt that keeps the same length when the belt is bent perpendicularly to its base. Belt pressure roller or belt press. A roller and belt device whereby two concentrically running belts are used to squeeze the manure as it is deposited between the belts. Belt speed. The linear speed of belt at the level of the pulley pitch diameter. Bevel gear. Gears which are used to transmit motion and power to shafts having intersecting axes. Black iron sheets BI. Are black annealed sheets with standard sizes of gauges, which are 24, 26, 28, 30 and 36 inches wide, and with lengths of 72, 84, 96, 100 and 120 inches. The sheets are not protected from rusting. These are used primarily for work that would be finished with paint. Blade. A soil working tool, consisting of an edge and a surface, which is primarily designed to cut through soil. That is rotary tiller blades and anhydrous ammonia knife. Blanking. The operation of cutting out flat area to some desired shape. Body end. The end containing the means of powering the device. Bolt. An externally threaded fastener designed for insertion through holes in assembled parts. And normally tightened or released by torquing a nut. Boom sprayer. A sprayer apparatus consisting of a pressure source and controls. And employing a boom with atomizers, hydraulic rotary or other. Booster pump. A pump that takes suction from a public service main or private use water system for the purpose of increasing the effective water pressure. Bore. Diameter of the cylinder. A cylinder hole or the inside diameter of the cylinder block of an engine. Bore diameter. The diameter of a hole of a cylinder. Boring tools. Are tools used to make holes or change the size or shape of holes. That is drill bits, cutters, drivers. Brazing. The fastening of two pieces of metal together by heating the edges and then melting brass or bronze in the area. Break-even point. The level of operation at which all investment cost is covered by the benefits derived from such investment. Broadcast application. Application of the chemical over the entire area to be treated. Broadcast method. Is a fertilizer application method in which the fertilizer is applied uniformly over the entire area before planting or while the crops are already growing. Broadcast spreader. An apparatus which consists of a hopper, a metering unit, and a distribution device that uses either gravity, drop, centrifugal force, rotary, or pendulum action to spread granules onto the surface of the entire area to be treated. Broadcast tillage or overall tillage. Tillage of an entire area as contrasted to a partial tillage is in band or strips. Brooder guard. Materials that are placed around the brooder stoves to prevent the chicks from straying too far away from the heat supply until they learn the source of heat. Bubble coulter. A circular disc blade with sharpened circumference and various lateral offsets from the flat surface. Bucket pump sprayer. A sprayer apparatus consisting of a manually operated pump which may be held or mounted in a bucket containing the spray solution. Buffing, a final operation to improve the polish of a metal and to bring out the maximum cluster. Bulldozing, the pushing or rolling of soil by a steeply inclined blade. Bushing, a metallic or synthetic lining for a hole which reduces or prevents abrasion between components. Butt joint, type of riveted joint wherein the plates being joined are in same plane and are joined by means of a cover plate or butt strap which is riveted to both plates by one or more rows of rivets. Bypass filter, an oil filter that only filters a portion of the oil flowing through the engine lubrication system. Bypass nozzle, flow, back nozzle, recirculating nozzle, return flow nozzle or spill nozzle, a swirl chamber atomizer containing bypass orifices or ports through which part of the inlet liquid may be withdrawn from the swirl chamber and returned to the supply tank. The discharge flow is controlled by regulating the pressure in the bypass line. Bypass valve, a valve that opens when the set pressure is exceeded. This allows the fluid to pass through an alternative channel. Hope it helps. Thank you again for listening. Please like, subscribe and comment your suggestion on topics you want to hear. Links of previous topics are stated in the description box below. See you in the next part. Bye. Rar.